Good evening. Hello, Stevie Chibies, and hello, Passion Fruit. How are you doing today? Uh, hello, Legend as well. Today, the plan is get better. Get better at Everdell. mm, I already said that my plan was that earlier this week. I don't yet have a plan for Saturday, though. I was debating. I had a few choices. I'm still undecided about it, even now after sleeping on it. Everything's good. I have. I'm not 100% prepared in terms of things. I don't have much water. I have matcha and red wine. I had a beef minestrone type stew. I'm not quite certain what it was. I don't remember what the name was. Something maybe Italian. Okay, this is gonna be matcha. For Twitch's sake, this is gonna be matcha. Okay, posture check. I am probably sitting out a bit much. Stretch. Not prepared much in general. Mm. mm. Red Bull. Uh, I don't drink a whole lot of energy drinks. I don't drink a whole lot of energy drinks. I don't really buy them. But I do buy. Sorry, I was completing the head rolls. Well, actually, mm, mm. You can see the full. Well, maybe not the full range of motion, but you can get a good idea of the range of motion of the model. One thing I'm a little sad about, I don't know if VTuber models can roll their eyes. Either that or I have to learn how to do that separately. So, kind of a. That's my attempt at rolling my eyes. I don't think it quite comes across though. But no, I. It's winter. Winter is for red wine. I mean, like, all the time is fine for red wine, but now even more so. I want a red wine instead. This is a California Pinot Noir. It's only in 2021 though. I just realized I took a photo of the name of it, and I'm using that camera. So I can't grab the information, but I'm pretty certain it was a Pinot Noir 2021 California. I want to see him roll his eyes then with his model. Ask Typo if he can roll his eyes. Oh, actually. Hmm. Hmm. I feel like actually between him and Boolean, who would roll their eyes? I feel like. Hmm. I feel like it's not the kind of expression they would make terribly often. Yes, well, morning drink, yes. Evening drink, evening drink. It's it's the breaking fast wine. That's what it is. But I opened it earlier for the wine. I had the wine with a red soup, a red meat soup. So it went along well with that. Like maybe I could have used the wine in the soup, but it didn't need it after all, I don't think. Blah. mm. Oh, this is. Let's go ahead with the artist instead of the album there. I forgot I adjusted it. Well, it's it is evening. I wake up with the sun setting, more so. So sometimes it gets a little odd when it talks about meals because when other people are eating dinner, I'm eating breakfast technically, but I'm not usually eating breakfast foods, that sort of thing. So time Time's a bit difficult when you're not in the usual schedule. Callie's eye tracking, that's fair. It might also be the way that she does it. I just have to learn how to make that sort of face. I can't put my eye up high enough. I can't put my eye up high enough. The evening primrose is a flower that only blooms at night, you know? When the sun rises, they go to bed. They close up. By noon, they should be all closed. So I sleep during the day. Now that you think about it, yeah, Callie can roll her eyes. Mm. But their rigging is a bit unusual in general, like the entire original set. No, the new riggers are interesting. New riggers are interesting. I'm rather surprised they got, is it Brian Sweet from Iron Vertex to do the pilot from the new Tempest group? Do I have a usual bedtime? It really depends. Like, I push it if I stay up till like 10 a.m., but I should be in bed earlier than that, to be honest. If I remember that I have to put out a schedule or something, I might even stay up even later. Ah, water. Water. Okay, tea. Oh, that was hot in combination with the wine. The wine is a bit cold. Let me see. Let me bring up the game. It's been 2 weeks since I've played it. Swarm spiced wine. I could do that. I do have spices made for that. I just have to put it all together, and oftentimes I just buy pre-made wine of that type. Pre-spiced wine. And I don't want to use a wine that's too good for that, but you don't want to also use a wine that's too bad for that. I have to experiment a bit. I have to buy a few more bottles of different things to try it out. And then buy a second bottle once I find it. I usually prefer buying completely new bottles though, usually. So I don't get to go through that. I feel like it might end up a bit too bitter overall because of how tannic it is. This is a they say it's supposed to be bursting berries and some other things. Minerality. However, okay, it's called gnarly head with a G. As in the vines. When I opened it, I should have let it air out. It's a bit it needed to open up a bit more, I think. And I still haven't let that I still haven't let it happen. So like maybe actually it might actually improve now I think about it if it's open in a pot. That's a bit cruel. Bloom in the nighttime? Not necessarily. I have an aerator. I have one of those aerators, and it usually works okay for forcing it a little bit. I don't do it for many things, but sometimes like this, after the initial pour, it's kind of I should have pulled that out. Like traditionally, you do it in a decanter, but actually, I think I do have a decanter. I don't use it though. That's more of a thing I would imagine if I were to drink the bottle in one go, which is not happening. So I suppose if I have company, but most of my company doesn't usually drink wine. They drink beer. Aside from champagne and Prosecco. Mimosas transcend all that. I am not good at tall pours like that yet. I I haven't tried from 4 feet. I have not tried from 4 feet. If I guess that's the kind of thing that you can practice though. As long as you have the empty bottle afterwards, fill it with water. That would be a fun skill to learn. I don't know how useful it would be. I don't know how actually effective it is compared to proper decanting or even an aerator. It might be on par with the aerator though, but I already have an aerator, but this would look cool. But I guess it's okay. I have tile floors. If I did that on the hardwood, I don't think I would like the mess. But I have tile in the kitchen. So as long as I do it in the kitchen. And I have a, what is the word? There's, between the dining room and the kitchen, there is a wall, but it has a huge cutout for basically a counter seating. So you could do that sort of performance in the kitchen and the people in the dining room can still see it. And you can pass the glasses through. I guess I should learn a new parlor trick. Glass of choice in the sink. I could. I feel like the sink isn't quite flat enough though for a glass. Although I do have, I've learned, my glass right now, I'm cheating. You can't, oh, actually, wait, hold on. You can't see. Oh, this is not it. Where did I put it? Nope. Oh, nope. Okay. I have something here. Where is it? This isn't it. Is that it? No, this? I can't find it. Give me 1 second. I can be holding a drink to match what I'm currently doing. I just don't remember where I put it. Nope, that's a trash can. No? Okay, we're gonna cheat a little bit. We're gonna cheat the tiniest bit. Oh no, you get to see everything in here. Where is it? Where is it? Aha. I have my white wine. Red wine. It's red wine. Haha. You can't see anything. But my glass is not stemless. Or is not stemmed. My glass is not stemmed. So it's a lot harder for it to get broken. Depending on the bottle. I can see that, but there is a bit of a standard size that is used. I'm not a sommelier. Not. I just drink wine. You don't have to get licensed to be a sommelier, but it seems like something that'd be fun to try, but at the same time, that's a lot of studying. It's also, I have really bad memory when it comes to remembering what I've had in the past. Really, really, really bad memory. People will tell me, no, you've definitely had this before. I was with you and you commented on how much you liked it or hated it. And it's kind of a, really? I don't remember that. If you say so. Which is part of the reason why I like taking more detailed notes about things. I have not exactly a book, but I have something that I used to keep track of a lot of different things that I drink, but not wines as far as I'm aware. Unfortunately, that database does not include wine. Okay, it's better now that it's warmer. It's better now that it's warmer. It's not just tannins anymore. And also maybe it's because I've already drunk through like half a glass. Val 11 Hella. If it involves a lot of memory stuff, probably not. Not unless I can take notes. I felt really bad. There's a section of The Witcher I had a lot of trouble with because it said a riddle, and I'm not very good at hearing something and interpreting it versus reading it, interpreting it. So it took me a couple tries, and I actually typed out the riddle myself instead of looking it up online because I didn't want to accidentally spoil how to solve the riddle in the process. Mixed drink sim and part visual novel. What, do you have to remember people's orders? Is that the problem? Depending on what kind of, I already know a number of mixed drinks. I'm not a bartender either. I know how to make some things. So it might be, if they're more on the punny side than anything else, I might yet be able to complete that sort of thing. The problem would be remembering how to put drinks together. As long as they're based on something in real life, probably wouldn't be so bad. But remembering who it goes to might be the problem. While I'm doing this, I will pop up Everdell. Oh, I forgot to do something. 2017. God, that's over 5 years ago. What was I? I wasn't even playing Final Fantasy 14 then. Was I playing? I may have been playing Overwatch then. When did Overwatch come out? It's possible. Another thing I was considering for Saturday. I was considering, do I try a Metroidvania game? Overwatch was 2015. I didn't play it on release though. I played it after release, after a few characters had come out. I joined right around, I think, when Moira was put in. So then it was for playing on Saturday. I was thinking, oh, maybe I could do karaoke. And then it's kind of no, I need to practice more for that. I learned a trick or two that will help me, but still need to learn alternate songs. And then it's a case of, well, I could do a Figma teaching stream, but that might be a bit, it's not really on brand as much as I would be probably good at that. But I could try a new type of game. Bloodstains or Symphony of the Night. You know, one of those two. Or something else, but those were the suggestions I've heard. Symphony of the Night because it is a good entry point, and Bloodstain because it's a new one by the same person. Same director, anyway. So. Character streams seem like a nice practice for karaoke streams. Yeah, I suppose so. It's just, last time I was extremely nervous, and that impacted a lot, I feel like. It would still be very awkward. And then there's the selection of songs. I know some people do, I guess, a song to end stream, and like maybe that's something I could try. I don't know. Bloodstain. I've seen people play Bloodstain. It seemed fun. My computer should well be able to handle it. And it's playing a female protagonist, which is nice. And she has outfit swaps, right? She has outfit swaps. You played it recently? Actually, wait, hold on. Let me check my Steam account real quick. Are there multiple copies of the game? Or is it just the one that's out? I look up Bloodstained. Okay, there's Ritual of the Night and Curse of the Moon. Oh! I was going to say, oh, the space required was really small on the other one, and then the other one is, oh, it's 10 gigs. Not that I can't afford 10 gigs, it's just a vast difference between 19 megs and 10 gigs. Vast, vast difference. You heard it was better? Curse of the Moon is the more traditional one? Let me check. It would make sense since that's the one that is not quite 20 megs. Okay, I'm looking at the graphics for it too. Let me check the store page for Blood's the other one. Oh, okay. It's noisy. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the ad on Steam and it's a bit strange. It's a bit strange. Actually, I might as well pop it up for a quick second. Oh, looks pretty. Can I do this? Is this possible? Can I window capture? It feels weird to window capture Steam. Oh, that's huge. Okay. And that's not even working properly. Okay, that sucks. Basically, all the ads seem to be wrappers around the actual game for the most part. A lot of real life sections. It seems a bit strange. It seems a bit strange. I guess I'll just have to do a little bit more research before I determine which one I play on Saturday. Okay. Let's see. So I have Steam up. And we have the game. And turning the audio on. This is one thing I haven't quite figured out how to nicely do, because oftentimes the games are just blaring in the background no matter what you do. Although I say blaring, but at the same time, this is kind of nice, but there's still music to be had behind there. Rabbi Ribi? Bullet Hell? After doing Helltaker, it's kind of a, maybe I'm gonna step back from Bullet Hell for a bit. I was watching someone else play Helltaker, and they cleared the part. I spent a good hour. It must have been 1 hour. It could have been up to 2 hours on one specific section of Helltaker, the section where you need dexterity. And a friend of mine cleared it in like 10 minutes. It was just kind of, my defense is that I was drunk when I tried it. That's my defense. I don't know if I'm cut out for that sort of thing. Not anymore. I've not heard of Afterimage. Let's see. I remember challenges being perhaps a bit much. We're going to try a solo game. How many options? It's just easy, medium, hard. We're gonna try that. And I just wish there were more critters I could use. I wish there were more critters. I guess we're gonna stick with the squirrel for now. Actually, no, I'm going to try the mouse. I'm gonna try the mouse. against everyone. Hello, Cliff. How are you doing? It's fine. We all have our things that we enjoy. The other thing I was thinking of for Saturday, if it wasn't going to be a Metroidvania or one of the other things I previously mentioned, there's a solo RPG I do want to play on stream. I believe it's called You Died. And I need to fully read the rulebook first before I even think about playing it on stream. Before, the previous solo RPG I played was relatively light and very journaly. This one is actually quite the independent game that you're playing against the board. I'm trying to remember what the name that they used for it was. Let me grab up the document real quick. I'm really glad this is not timed. Where is You Died? Where is... I think, yes, I made up a folder for it. Go be protective. This is my second time playing this on stream. I have played Everdell physically beforehand. Okay, so You Died, a Caltrop Core Souls-like RPG. And it is 57 pages of solo RPG. The premise: you are an unearthed, born from tainted soil at the foot of the deceased giant King Koln. The putrid kingdom of Kolren lies above you, carved from the giant's decaying form. It is the fate of all unearthed to ascend through the body of the giant king and to claim the Rock Skull crown, taking rule over the kingdom of Kolren, lest they rot into the earth once more. Countless try, few succeed. Shall you become the new Rock Skull monarch? That is the premise. So it's a proper... I say proper RPG. It has encounters, it has combat, it has weapons, things to collect, NPCs, bosses. You can die. There's a lot. So I wanted to give that a go on stream sometime, but again, I have to actually read the full rulebook and make sure I understand it first. It's not going to happen over the course of 3 days. Not when I'm mixing what I'm doing in the background so strongly. It's a solo RPG. Let me see if I can find the name of the group that put it out. I mean, I can. It is... Oh, this is an early release, too. Let me grab out the actual website if I can. Oh, okay. Just making sure that's the... I'm trying to find it on their website, You Died, and it's not really coming up on their website, which feels a bit strange. Okay, because that's the Caltrop Core site. So this is the site. Solo RPGs? There's a bunch out there. But again, a lot of them are more for journaling purposes. They're good for, say, you're a DM and you're trying to build out characters or places especially. But the only one that I found that was, I want to say, worked on stream as something especially, or it could be easily made very, very lighthearted and fun, was the food truck in the Garden of Earthly Delights. And You Died. There might be one or two more, actually. It's just... they didn't quite stand out to me as something that would be as fun as potentially these two, honestly. These were the standouts that I initially picked. And also a lot of them are pay what you want. I don't know what that means, sorry. Could you... do you know English? Oh, what is the game about? This is a... I hesitate to call it, it's not like a deck builder exactly. It's not, it's a town builder. I'm going to be, it's a worker placement. It's a worker placement. As one of the mechanics. I'm going to be placing, oh, my mouse. I'm going to be placing my mouse in a spot to earn material with which I can buy cards from the center. Or play cards from my hands. You can do either during your turn. And I am working against 3 NPCs here. 3 medium NPCs. And we are working towards getting as many points as possible before the end of all the seasons. We're currently in winter, we'll go into spring, summer, and end after autumn is finished. Each season is slightly different. And we also can get extra points from the big tree here. The big golden tree has different achievements, I suppose, that we can get. Events. They call them events. Different achievements. Events. Events. There's special events and then there's regular events. Regular events would be you have 3 or 4 of these types of cards and it earns you 3 points and no one else can get that achievement. That event. Now I wish I had the eye roll. The world tree. I don't remember what the official name of this tree is, but it's a huge tree. Come on, it's a world tree. That's what it's evoking. You want to get Necronica or Mistborn? I've seen Necronica play out. It seemed interesting as well. City Builder happens to be laid out like a deck. It's not really laid out like a deck though, because I'm not drawing from a deck and increasing or decreasing deck size to make like the perfect hand of cards in a deck. It is engine building, I guess? Maybe? Worker placement seems like the best way of putting it though. But, oh, I didn't actually look at what the events are, because these are... I've never played Catan, so I can't tell you. I've literally never played Catan. It feels really funny to admit that. I have never. I've seen people play it. I wasn't paying attention at the time. You think I'd have fun? Maybe. I was thinking of playing with someone else who hasn't ever played it except maybe when they were a child. Seeing if maybe we'd be on the same pace for it. But it might also be a bit of a case of... I've played a number of games, I guess, a bit out of order. For instance, before I played Dominion, I played Tanto Cuore, which they're extremely similar, except I like Tanto Cuore more because 1, theme, 2, the cards are easier to read. They have better graphics. They have better user experience when it comes to readability. So I'm wondering if I've played something like Catan, but better already, perhaps. That might kind of stay in that vision. Tanto Cuore. It is... Imagine Dominion, except instead of money, it's love. And instead of buildings and people and stuff, it's maids. You buy maids with love. Or Dominion? Oh, Dominion's one of the big... It's one of the big... It's a deck builder, right? It's a deck builder. It's a card game more than... it's a board game, but it's cards. It's cards. But yeah, deck builder. I played a couple other ones as well. It's just been a while for a lot of them. And again, there's a lot out there. There is a huge amount out there. I'm lucky in that I have a number of people I know who also like board games, who we try out new things often. Just the other night, I learned a new game. I'm trying to remember what the name of it exactly was. If it was Art of War? Art of War, the card game? No, it was not Art of War. But it was something of war, for certain. Feels weird to say that. No, it's not that Art of War either. Is it a completely different... It's not the Art of War gaming. It's not... It's 2007 Art of War. It feels weird to describe it like... We were warlords trying to take over Japanese castles. And it was described to me... We were playing Yahtzee. Actually. We were playing Yahtzee. Except for the fact that I do not actually know how to play Yahtzee. That's one of those games that I again skipped. I think I have played Yahtzee, but maybe only once or twice. Or things that have Yahtzee-like mechanics, like this one game. It's not Art of War. It's not Art of War. What was it titled? Age of War. It was Age of War. That's why. Okay. Yes. It was Age of War. I can grab up a picture really quickly of what I'm talking about. Also, I have to probably not look up Yahtzee in the same exact shot, because otherwise it looks a bit strange. Also, Age of War is a video game too. I guess I need to redefine that. Is there a good shot that has a bunch of stuff for it and doesn't have stuff for other games in with it? Okay, this is probably as good as I'm going to get. I do this. Swap this. Oh, come on, I can't change the name. Okay, this is Age of War. We're gonna ignore the speed variant. But it's a relatively simple looking card game. Card dice game. I'm not entirely certain if we played the rules correctly, or if it was more so because we were trying to make it a speed variant without knowing the actual speed variant rules. We were playing with a limited number of castles, and we were not doing PvP nearly as much as we should have because we were trying to keep it quick, but it affected the game heavily not doing PvP. It's really meant for that. And I think having more players is better as well, too. This is one of those games where you want someone who starts shit. Again, because of the PvP element. It's not naturally PvP, but you want to steal points from others, if you can. Total War Shogun? I've not heard of that. Mm. I know someone who has a whole lot of, I think they have all the Dominion expansions, or at least all the ones that come out at the point of time I knew them. In comparison, I don't have all the Tanto Kori expansions because I think I'm missing some of the really limited edition things. I got the card that came with the art book, at least. But I do remember that they have a paper sheet for like all the bits and bobs, and I think I am missing a few things. And I don't really get to break it out in person because the people who like board games and people who like anime is not necessarily a huge overlap. I'm lucky in that I do have some people that I play with who are fine with that, but at the same time, some of the maid outfits are a little bit over the top, you know? So it's still a bit... wanting to be careful with the randomizer deck, if you catch my drift. Okay. So I didn't actually get to check. These were enlarging, but I was actually on a different screen. It was still registering it. If you'd like to play Tonto, there is a digital version. Argent. I would need a picture. Oftentimes when it comes to games, my memory is, again, like fuzzy. I may not remember the name, but I may remember playing it. Argent. It does not look like a game that I have played. I don't think. I don't think. Let's see. Festival of Masks. No, it doesn't ring a bell. It's not quite anime, though. It's not quite anime. I can see how it's inspired. Oh, presented by Level 99. Okay. I see. I see. I have played a few of their other games, though, but not that one. It might also be a case of when did the game come out, because depending on when it came out, it might be in one of those time frames where the plague kind of killed it for my group. When did it come out? When did it come out? What year? What year? What year? 2015? It's possible that someone in my group does own it, but it's never been broken out. There's a second edition. There's an... First edition was 2015, second edition was 2018. Area majority influence game? I feel like I know someone who would be interested in this kind of board game, though. Honestly, even based on the art alone. It reminds me a bit of a less cutesy bargain quest, a more adult bargain quest. Especially if the cards are all unique. The worst component issues? Oh, you mean, like, when you say component issues, you mean physically component issues? Like things that are warping or things that did not get quite sent out right. Quality control type issues. I've definitely had that sort of thing. Cardboard tokens. Ooh, yeah, slotting things in, the wear and tear on that is not fun. I also, if you've played some games where you have little plastic markers that are supposed to go on cardboard too, that kills things eventually. It kills things. Leaves little marks. Okay, I'll have some tea. and stretch. Hmm? Oh, actually, can I crack? Oh. No, I can't crack. I don't think. Traditional games, Tanto Kore. This anime elf on the internet told me about Tanto Kore. Of course it would be, of course it would be. A VTuber endorsing Tanto Kore. Okay, one more thing. Oh! Oh, if he likes Necronica, then Tanto should be fine. Tanto should be fine. Actually, if he likes Necronica, maybe he likes Higurashi. Then there's Tragedy Looper. That's something that I always wish that I had more experience with. I have Tragedy Looper and the expansions, but I rarely get to break it out. '80s Japanese TTRPGs. Oh, well. Okay, so Tragedy Looper isn't that, but it's set in Japan in the 80s. Tragedy Looper's getting a new edition? Really? No way. I already own the old ones. They're not worn out enough to get a new version. New tragedies? Okay, I'm missing actually a bunch of things. I have Midnight Circle, Cosmic Evil, and one more. Unless I only have those three. I might only have those three. Those are the only three I have then. So I don't have some of the other bits and bobs. All new cases? Ooh. What I might want to hope for, though, is a digital version, though. I think that's what I really hope for. But again, there's no reason you can't pop this into, I'm sure. Tabletop sim, right? Right? I will actually grab up a photo of what Tragedy Looper for people, so if they don't know what Tragedy Looper is, it's another anime board game. Let me grab out, what is it? Okay, they also made a non-anime version of it, but who are they fooling? Who are they fooling? I'm trying to find one shot that covers everything, including the cover of the board game. Like the cover of the box, more so. And I'm not really finding that with the game laid out, which is unfortunate. I was hoping for that. So I'm going to grab a photo of the game set out. Okay, Tragedy Looper. Don't talk about that one. Okay, that's fair. That one didn't exist. It's only the Japanese import. So, you play as one of... It's a up to 4-person game. There is one mastermind and 3 protagonists. No matter if it's a 2-player game or a 4-player game, there's always 3 protagonists. It just... how actions are divided will change depending on how many non-masterminds there are. And the entire purpose of the game is to unravel the mystery that the mastermind has set into motion. You go through loops, going through the motions, trying to detect why things are happening across these boards with certain characters in play. And you keep track of these loops on the right side, and also days of the loop. So there's multiple trackers over here. And you'll know that there are certain events that happen on certain days. Over here there are like knives. That means an incident occurs. It is Tragedy Looper. Spreadsheets the game? Come on. It's a little more than that. It's a little... Okay, I'm gonna also put it below me. Can I put it below me? Bleh. Okay. I like the theme. I like Higurashi. I like Higurashi. This is pretty much letting me live out Higurashi, except as a board game. And there's a few different expansions for it that add new characters, new scenarios. This is the cover of the box. So those are the three protagonists. They each have a different method of traveling back in time to loop. One has a cell phone, one has a diary, and the last one has... I don't know, a planner or something? A watch. I think it's a watch. Again, I could be wrong. That's really more thematic than anything else. And for keeping track of characters. Every character has different backing to their card depending on the object that they use for looping. But there's also a bit of a secrecy involved because you're not supposed to talk about what happens except when you're in between loops. So it's actually kind of an easier game in a sense if you're playing one-on-one versus three-on-one. Because discussion is a bit more limited three-on-one versus you're alone, all that information is with you. And also, again, you're not supposed to talk about what you're doing necessarily. You're just supposed to do it, which makes cohesion a bit difficult as a team in the loops. You can talk in between loops just fine. Reminds you of Fate. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's generic anime. It's not exactly generic anime, but here's another cover for it. This is the Midnight Circle cover. It's a little less Fate now, isn't it? It's a little less Fate now. It's it's anime. The guy up top, the boss. I think his name is Boss. But each character card isn't. That's an archetype character. You might have. Let's see. I think there's the nurse. There's the hospitalized kid. There's a doctor. There's a shrine maiden. There's male student, female student, that kind of thing. There's always a boss. I don't think there's a bartender. There's an office worker. There's a journalist. And again, not all these cards are used in all the scenarios, but they can be swapped out and they have different abilities. So one of them is that character right there. They're an archetype. Okay. I've never actually played a Metal Gear game. I've watched a number of people play it. So I have the gist of what happens in some of them. Most strongly for, I think, 3. Because I've seen that played through multiple times. Okay, we have an evening of fireworks. Gonna look out in the minor mole. We have the Everdell games. We need 2 of each. That's unusual. The monk in the dungeon for ministerings to miscreants. And the teacher in the university. Graduation of the scholars. It's actually interesting because that gives you... Oh, from your hands beneath the events. Okay, from your hands. This one... Wood. Prisoners in dungeons. Actually, wait, hold on. This doesn't have a limit. Does a dungeon have a limit to how many critters can be on it? Let's see. There's no limit. There's no limit to the number of critters, I feel like. So this is uncapped. This is 6 points max. This is 9 points. This is 6 points max. Okay. But I highly doubt. Like, effectively uncapped, more likely to be 3 or 6. Maybe up to 9. What games have I been playing? I play Vampire Survivors. I need to get back into 14. I haven't played through the current patch yet. I don't necessarily want to do it on stream. I don't know if that would be entertaining to watch me play it on stream, so I'm not going to. I just need to find time outside of things to play it. I mean to. What else have I been playing? Vampire Survivors. I suppose that's pretty much it. I was I was doing other things instead of playing games necessarily. Again, aside from learning Age of War. And reading up a little bit on some TTRPGs. Okay. What's a good start? I mean, farms are pretty standard. I should probably grab the farm from out here. I don't want too many farms, but it's fine. It's fine. Actually, wait. Lookout, Miner, Monk Dungeon, Teacher University. I have none of those cards. A dungeon's out. A monk's out. A teacher's out. Monk, Teacher Dungeon. Okay. Okay. Oh. I could discard a bunch of stuff, I guess. Lost in random. Lost in random. Cards and dice? What about the cards and dice, though? How do they interact? I remember last time I played this, I fucked myself over royally with an accidental worker placement and then capping out at 15 without realizing it, and that stunted my plans. Two wood. For 3 fewer materials, so I can basically play the dungeon for free. 3 fewer materials. Or we could play a farm for free. Okay, 2 wood and a resin. There's nothing that actually gives that to me. Exactly. I'm just making sure. It's going to take everything if I do this, but at the same time, there's nothing that gives me exactly what I need here. And resin is harder to get than wood. Innkeeper. Everyone's cute in this game. Everyone's cute in this game. I do have to wonder if the mouse does the same kind of scratching itself motion as the others. When we had the squirrel, they did that. I hate the turtle. He looks kind of... I don't know, maybe it's the cap. They try and humanize them each with something a little different, actually. This one has the apron. Then you have a cap, and that reminds me very much of Franklin, is it? Porcupine has a kerchief that's kind of... I wonder if it would have been better if they gave them the apron instead, just because of the quills. This would interfere with the quills a bit more. And the mice get a little vest. A little jacket. I'm not a fan of Franklin. I should specify, it's not like there's anything particularly wrong with Franklin. I'm just not a fan. I'm trying to remember what the hand size limit is. It's probably worthwhile for me to just go entirely wood. Okay, play a card to prepare for next season. We can play the inn. That allows us to play the innkeeper. It's actually been ages and ages and ages since I've seen... Oh, I can play the farm too. There's... Yep, we're going to play that for free. How does the song go? I only remember the very opening bars. Is it, hey, it's Franklin. Something kind of like that. Coming over to your house. That sounds a little scary now that I say it out loud like that, doesn't it? Is that what the lyrics were? Franklin is coming for you. Franklin is coming to your house for you. Franklin's heard lyrics. That's... Yes, it's hey, it's Franklin coming to your house. Yeah. That's a threat. That's a threat. I want to say, I think the children's show that has the most fond memories for me right now, and I think of the most often, is Ruby and Max. My boy cat that interrupts stream, he very much reminds me of Max. It's the white and the gray and the pink and being a tempered tantrumy child type thing. I suppose that makes me Ruby, I suppose. I'm okay with that comparison though, mentally. Why am I able to do this story in? Oh, it's because I have this, I bet. Any of those would be free. We're going to do this. Max and Ruby, yes. Max and Ruby. Max is like my cat. My cat is like Max, rather. Oh, wait. Decrease the cost by 3 berries. Activate. So I can spend 3 to get... That's not a good deal. But anyone could use this, which is a problem. Anyone could use that. And now I have a single berry and nothing else. A single berry. Okay. Sorry, just double checking something. I have cards I can play. Yes, I don't want to play the historian. I feel like it's not worthwhile. 2 generation of kid shows with someone with a baby. I've seen probably more than my fair share as well of children shows, very young children shows. There was also Little Bear. Little Bear was nice. Little Bear was calming. It felt like the free version, so to speak, of Winnie the Pooh in some respects. God damn it. I want to strangle this little hedgehog. That was my spot. That was my spot. That was my spot. I did skip out entirely on Peppa Pig, thankfully. I was out of it by that stage. I guess I need new cards. I need new cards. So if I do this... I can't do that. Unless... I copy a thing. Which... I need basic location. This is not a basic location, though. I grab the university. Discard a critter, construction or city. A resident 2 stone. What we really need is a way to gain stone, but gaining stone is difficult. Gaining stone is difficult. Also, there's the case of types of cards I have. I have one of each right now. Actually, I could play the university for free. I could have gotten the university for free if this thing were open. And this has to be for critters, right? When playing a critter, get it for free. I need more cards. Okay, I'm gonna drop it back real quick. Gain a point and draw cards. Gain 2, draw 1. I might just want to do that, actually. 2. It's kind of a case of why would you do this when you could do that? 2 berries. We'll just do this. Although I guess I'm not really hurting for berries either. I'm hurting for cards that I could play from the common area. I'll just do this. We got a queen. We can play her if we get rid of that for play card worth up to 3 points. I think we have a plan. Toot and Puddle. I've not heard of that. I don't know if I've heard of Olivia either. I want to say sometimes things that you watch when you're very young though stick in your memories. They may not quite remember it fully, but deep down they do. I want to play the queen. I want to play the queen. It's worth 3 victory points. Is there anything up here worth 3 victory points? University. So I could play the university for free if I do that. Unless... Okay. What if I'm going to use the innkeeper to pull out the queen? Then hopefully with this I'll be able to play something from this area to pull away the university. Then theoretically I could use this university to discard the queen. Although she's worth 4 points, so maybe I don't want to do that actually. She's worth points, it's just that she's kind of dead otherwise. It's either that or throw her in the dungeon. The university would be a good way of discarding something that's not super worthwhile at the end. I think that's gonna be part of my plan at least. Yeah, there might be a critter revolution coming aboard. Actually, I'm going to do that. Oh, I want to... I'm going to do this. Poor queen. She's not that poor. And this is also good because this is an expensive card when it comes to stone. It's gonna be difficult otherwise. Come on, can't I like... There we go. We're going to... The palace is out! The palace is out. Okay. I'm going to grab this. It's also closed, thankfully. I don't know if we had people doing that for Magic the Gathering. When I was going through educational system, we played tabletop games at the lunch table instead. We played tabletop games. at least for 1 or 2 years. Though my game master, my storyteller in that case, did teach me how to play Pokemon, the card game. It's been a very long time since I played it. I do have a couple other decks that are more modern than that, but not as modern as would be allowed in current meta. Magic never... Someone did try to teach me Magic. It didn't capture my heart, honestly. I never fell for the cardboard crack of Magic. Pokemon, though, with the cute cards, I will admit that 1 year for holidays, I... there was a really, really cute release in Japan of cute characters, cute Pokemon characters. And almost all the cards in this mini release, in this mini, not deck, mini release is probably the best way of putting it. I don't know what the word is for like a series of cards. What is the name of it? Yeah, I probably shouldn't be looking up the actual official website. I should be looking up the fan site for it that will have pack? I suppose so. It's more than a pack, I feel like, because it was... Maybe it is a pack. Again, this wasn't enough cards to make up a deck. It was almost all, or I think it was entirely, the release was. Each pack had only 4, maybe 5 Pokemon in it, but every one of those cards was shiny. Some were really shiny, some were just a little bit shiny. And they had hearts and stars and stuff printed all over them. It was super cute. Illustrations were top-notch cute. And I bought that for a young relative for the holidays. And we just opened tons of cards. And I traded with them so they could get their favorites. And reminded them that they should keep duplicates for now when they were dealing with me, because then they could trade them to their friends. I remember importing it from Japan. They were so cute. It feels weird looking it up. Where is it? Would it be even in this? If I look at my binder of cards, I would be able to find it. I would be able to find it. I think they did release them in English as well. But I don't know if... I just don't know. Don't know what release it was. Was it Legendary Treasure? I think it was a Legendary Treasure set? They were super shiny. Okay, what is Legendary Treasures? This was ages and ages and ages ago. Okay, I should be looking at Bulbapedia. 11 and final main expansions from Black and White series. No, it wasn't part of Legendary Treasures. That's strange. Not exactly, anyway. Unless it's the Radiant collection. It's the Radiant collection of that set. Japanese expansion was Shiny collection, so I have half a box worth. Okay, maybe not half, maybe a third box worth of Shiny collection available, because there were 2 young relatives that I split the cards with. That we traded amongst each other with. They are incredibly shiny, though. It was a very, very cute pack. Let me grab the picture for that, too. Blah. This is the pack. The Japanese pack that I got. I say pack. Packs. And what is a favorite Pokemon? What is a favorite Pokemon? Okay, not that one. I don't think I got that one. I'll look up Minchino. I know it's no Eevee. Actually, it doesn't look as cute as the Eevee did. I'm gonna grab the Eevee. I have to have a cute Eevee. Okay, we're gonna replace it. So this is the Eevee card that they had, and you can see from here, that's all like shine. Again, super super shiny. I think the audience it was aimed at was probably my type. Maybe also young girls. Young girls. But my nephew also seemed to enjoy it, so not a problem. Not a problem. Yes, yes. Very, very cute. I have not a lot of Eevee cards. I have a number of Eevee cards. I'm a sucker for Eevee. Okay. So I have a plan involving the queen that I kind of followed through with. I have 3 of those, but if I need a... Oh, I could already get that then. Huh. Seems a little sketch. What is everyone else doing? Is that the... Okay, Wanderers. So here's the monk and the courthouse. Like, do I just grab this? I feel like I should, while I can. It's not like anyone else is going to be challenging me for that, but I'd rather have it than not. It's Eevee. I think I would have to say Eevee is my favorite. I remember when Sylveon came out. I was rather happy for that. I think when Eevee came out, I bought a new card deck that included the first Eevee, or first Sylveon card. And I have another, there was another set that was specially made that was supposed to have all the evolutions at the time. That was all shiny. I bought that set too. I think I liked Jolteon when I was much, much younger. Founding a town with a monk? Ah, yes, the gambler and the monk. I was thinking about that. I didn't practice it, but it's one thing that I wish that there were... I don't think there's a karaoke track for. If I just get the school, then I can get the teacher university. Well, actually, I don't even need that. 3 critters from your hand beneath the event. I don't have 3 critters! That's the problem here. If I have 1 more crit left. I could afford the teacher. I could afford the teacher. Actually, I could just do this. I'll grab it. We're building it. Choose the cards to give to the opponents. A minor mole and a crane. When playing construction, you may discard this crane from your city to play that construction for 3 fewer, and you can't stack it. I already have... Can I? Really quickly. I already have an inn, but at the same time, the inn is... And the minor mole is needed for something. Can I choose? Hold on, I can choose who I send it to, right? Just because I could be a little cruel. Does anyone have dupes? No one has dupes, right? No. No dupes. It's more so if anyone was focusing less on critters and more on something else, I could give them theater. Hmm. I think I'm going to give... Oh, it has to be from one of those two ones. Oh, okay. Just making sure if there was a loophole. Minor mole? It's copy one green... Copy, like, the farm, or copy... Let's see what else is possible. Farm. Could copy the general store. Could copy... Farm. Could copy the barge toad. The monk. Farm. It's not super strong. I guess you could also copy the teacher itself. This is probably the best option. Done real quick. They all have the same amount of stuff. They all have a farm and then something else. We'll give it to the squirrel. Third strongest mole? Why would you say third strongest? Okay, we only have one left, so it's kind of a case of, do I go for this? So I got 16 points. Someone else claims an achievement. So I'm not the only one working towards that. I've not played Earthbound. Thank you, Cute Gamer Grill, for the follow. Grill. I guess I have to prepare for summer. There's literally nothing else for me to do right now. Just that noise. What? Thinking earlier about... Oh wait, 2 meadow cards to draw for summer. Queen. Play a card worth X for free. There's nothing in here that I would want to do that with. Best would be play something for fewer. I could do the castle, theoretically. Or not the castle, the palace, but at the same time I already have a queen. I don't know if I want a second one. Does the queen end up with more points if you have a king? Probably not. Which common construction in your city? I don't have... It's common, unique, unique, common. I don't necessarily know if that's worthwhile, but I do feel like I need to use this. If I built a monastery... Monastery isn't in here, is it? No, it's not. Give 2 bits for to an opponent. Two meadow cards. I just need to grab them 4 hands. We're gonna take a storehouse. There's also the case of one of these being discard. So it's more of a case of, is there something that I don't mind discarding? There's no doctor out. There's no harvester or gatherer out. That's really actually frustrating. We'll grab this one too. Oh, look! Architect. And a minor mole. For 3 fewer things. I could get... Wait, 3 fewer things. It's kind of a case of, oh, I could theoretically use this to play the crane and therefore the architect for free. Except I don't have any. I don't have any of those things available to me right now, actually. I should also check out what everyone else has. Real quick. Discarding in a card game. Oh. Thank you for the raid, Gyaru. Oh, what were you doing? For those who don't know me, I am the Evening Primrose. I am a garden elf who comes out at night. Like the flower itself. And today, I am playing board games. It is Tabletop Tuesday. I am playing Everdell. It's a very cute city building card game. It's a worker placement. I made a lot of Forest Critters fight in the past, but today is less direct competition. It's much cute. Oh, you're playing Mega Man online? I didn't know that was possible nowadays. I didn't know that game existed. I know regular Mega Man, although I personally haven't played it. I've seen others. Hello, Heroic Logic. How are you doing? Very cute. Thank you for the flower. Bats. I am trying to earn points faster than all the other critters. I have 16 points. They have 10, 8, 5. This is a solo game. Well, I'm not playing against other actual people. This is against AI. Still getting my bearings. Still getting my bearings. I've played this in person before, years ago, and I have a copy of the game. And last time I played the game was 2 weeks ago. I relearned how to play after the huge gap. And I'm trying to think now. I have 4 workers. One of them is going to go for the Teacher University events up here. The other one is going to go... Actually, nope, I don't want to do that. Okay, I need 4 of the green cards. We are building a town of places and people that can have a maximum of 15 cards. We are currently in summer. And all we have left is summer and autumn to fill this out. But at the same time, usually it ramps up drastically. And last time I actually did not have enough slots to put all I wanted down, which was a big problem. Discard a construction from your city, gain resources equal to that construction's cost, and draw 2. Did I grab a dungeon? Critter from your city, okay. A critter from your city. Again, I could imprison the queen. But she's also worth 4 points, so I think that would not be worthwhile. I want to do that to something that is cheaper. So it might be more of a case of... getting rid of a... You could use the ruins, theoretically, to get rid of a dungeon? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? Even though yesterday was a federal holiday, it still had a lot to do. I still have so much to do. You scheduled LASIK? Ah. I hope you have a quick and safe recovery and that you don't end up with the... there's a... light sensitivity. I hope you don't end up with light sensitivity. Let's see. I actually realized I haven't worn glasses in years now, actually. You've not heard of it before? It's been out for a few years. They just released, oh, I say just released. In the past year, they released a huge box. Huge box. Which is behind me. It is behind me. I actually need to put it back in the library. And let me grab a photo of the actual board game. I wonder if I can get a photo of... No, I can't. Oh, I can. Haha. I can find a photo. Okay, I don't want that kind of photo. Give me the actual good photo. I don't want a WebP. I don't want a WebP. Okay, this is it. Whoa, okay, that's big. That's really big. So, it actually has a tree that you build. It doesn't have to be built like this, but that's the gimmick that they went for, building an actual tree that houses the events. And you can see that you put down the shared cards over here. You build your city in front of you. You have your hands off to the side. Worker placement. Everyone has their own yard that they build their city in. It is big. I go out to play games every week or so, and it's one of those games that before I had a much smaller box that this fit in. It was fine. Now this new box, it's not going. It's not leaving that home. It's not leaving the garden. This box is too much for me to bring. It was kind of an annoyance to bring upstairs. But the big version does come with something cute, super, super cute. I wonder if I can find a photo of this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So in the corner, you'll see that I have a little mouse that I'm putting down, right? And we have like porcupines and squirrels, and there's a turtle somewhere. Okay, there is not actually a turtle, but he is somewhere in between seasons right now, I bet. Or he hasn't put down any of his workers. So we have a turtle, a hedgehog, and a squirrel. With the full version of the game, let me grab out. I don't have a camera. There was a picture of all the meeples. They have a huge assortment of meeples. Absolutely huge. This is not the best photo I could find, but it will have to do. Wait, oh wait. That's surely not it. I guess it'll have to be this one. It'll have to be this one. This is huge again. So they have a lot of variety in the meeples. Some of these are not supposed to be for player characters, they're for other things. Like the really big ones, like the moose and the spider and the bear. Those are for other purposes that I do not yet know. Expansion stuff. But so you could play as a fox faction or a turtle faction or a cardinal faction, snail. Pick your poison. Pick your animal. But the digital only allows for 4. These are stickers that they place on top of them. They don't normally come with them. Or rather, I don't know how many copies of the stickers that they have. I'd have to check. I think I prefer them without the stickers though. I'd rather just have the plain meeples. I'm fine with that. But yes. It's a bit of a shame that they're limited, but it's probably easier for them to make these base wooden cutouts than it is for them to model new critters. And again, it might be a case of this is multiple expansions rolled into one versus base game down here. Platypus guy? This guy. Platypus guy? Oh, with the little purple. Okay, yeah, I see him now. So it's, even with this, it feels like it's edging into root cuteness. Pick your faction. In this case, the factions don't give you anything special as far as I know. It's just new shapes, new colors. As far as I know. Again, I haven't played any expansions, just the base game. But in Root, which is another cute critter faction game, the factions are highly asymmetrical, so playing cats versus playing birds is a vast difference in rule sets. A lot of these have dapper vests on though. Look at the rat. Look at the little rat boy over here. Or girl, I can't tell. He's wearing a jacket, I guess, maybe? Or is he wearing a vest with a not popped collar, but like a white collar peeking above it? A sleeveless vest and a sleeveless white shirt underneath it. And you have the snail with a little scarf here. Actually, I guess the birds are all just wearing scarves. The mouse with the apron is super cute, though. Now I'm actually rather glad I picked the mouse, even though the mice are a little boring in here with their vests. Oh, you know what? This is very Cinderella, I feel like. The mice in Cinderella, the female mice had dresses like this, right? And the male mice just had a vest or something on. Maybe a hat. The fox looks rather suave, too. But maybe wearing orange when you're orange is not the best idea? Going into Magfest? Magfest. I mean, it just passed, right? So that's another entire year. Every con was West Coast? There's PAX Unplugged. That's East Coast. PAX Unplugged is East Coast. And so is PAX East. There's PAX East, right? There's a ton of East Coast cons. Although, okay, so there's two other big board game, well, not just board game, big cons that have a lot of board game stuff going on aside from PAX Unplugged that I know of, and one of them is the one in Ohio, right? Gen Con? Is it in Ohio? And then there's the one in Germany, which actually, I was thinking of going to Europe in the next year or so. Maybe, hold on, when is that convention? Not that I can really do a lot, I don't speak German. When is that convention? Essen Game Fair is what I'm thinking of. Essen Game Fair. I don't know if it would be a good idea or not, though, to try and go to something like that. Essen's October? Oh, that's plenty of time to plan, though. I wasn't really planning on going to mainland Europe, but maybe. I still have another vacation I have to... I probably shouldn't bother thinking about it until I finish the vacation that I am resigned to right now, though. One vacation at a time. I have to finish planning the first vacation. How long has Mag been going around, or Mag been going on for? When was the first one? 2002? Okay. Oh, and it was 265 people in 2002. That's cute. I wonder. Arm cannon? Okay, no, I'm thinking of something else. If there's anyone that any groups I know of who've played there, apparently. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. I'm wondering if it was simply a case of too far away. Like going from 265 to 18,000. That's quite a jump. But again, 20 years to get to that point. 20 years to get to that point. That's respectable. Yeah, I'm not super interested in going to too many conventions. I'd rather do more laid-back things, honestly, than go to conventions at this stage. It feels weird to say I burned myself out, but considering I didn't go to a huge amount of conventions, but when I did do conventions, it was usually very long hours behind the scenes, so no no Gilgamesh, please. No Gilgamesh. SakuraCon, Easter weekends. I do remember going to a convention, anime convention. It was at Anime Expo in California once, but I didn't actually have a badge. But you didn't need a badge to get into the building, just to get into the rooms. So just walking around outside for a quick bit because I happened to be in the area that weekends with other people who were not anime fans, so they were just gawking the entire time. It was so embarrassing. I don't want to do that again. I do not want to do that again. Okay. I was going to do something, but I don't remember what it was, aside from I can pick up Teacher University. That requires me to have 3 critters from my hand beneath the event. I literally have 1 critter, so it's a case of getting cards that I care about. Is there anything else in here that I could do? Again, I could play this and use it for the crane, which would be a really cheap move, and then also get the architect, but again, there's no point aside from points. It's a very cheap move. It's a super cheap move. Sorry, just thinking, wait a second, but I could. But I don't know if I want to do that. The other option is a monastery. There's no monk available. And there's no other sets in here, I think, that work. There's no other sets in here that work. And I can't do this because they're taking it up. And they're going to be taking it up for... Wait, he's in spring. He's going to be freeing up a slot soon. Do I make a really cheap move? I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to do the really cheap move. Oh. No. I'm not going to get any points aside from the 2 there. It's worthless. There's nothing worth up to 3 out even. I don't have any materials either. Aside, I don't even have any berries left. Basic location. I'm going to try this. Oh, and I get a card as well. So I could effectively do this. We'll do that. Oh, Harvester. Have a good night, Sasha. A good game shop. You could do both, sort of. You can sort of do both. If you have an online group to play with. We need to murder the hedgehog. Paired with a gatherer. I have a wood carver too. I have a storehouse. So it's kind of a case of 3 woods gain a point each. I could play... I can't play that. And the squirrel's still not done with spring! How is he not done with spring? Okay. Fine. So that's the case is also. I have a harvester, but will I have a gatherer? Just... I feel like I shouldn't have done that, actually. I should not have done that. But it's too late now. It's too late now. How are you still in spring? How are you still in spring? I just realized the flowers match the colors that they have. I don't have flowers on my yard. Although, if I would, they would be yellow, apparently. That's neat. Oh, I do have them. They're just way down here. Huh. That's unusual. Okay. From my hands. Again, I only have 2 critters in my hands. And it's not like they're particularly worthless critters either. What I really want to do is this action that is being blocked by the squirrel. I have 3 more mice. I can afford nothing. I can afford nothing. I could just do this again. And then... Can I... Nope, I guess I cannot actually place them there again. You can only place 1. Wow, that sucks. Okay. Do I just go for victory points and cards? Do I? Yeah. Photographer's expedition, huh? He's finally done. And this is, we don't need it anymore. Don't need it anymore. Okay. We're replacing all 3 critters that we have in here for points. Points, points, points. Nothing but points. I do have a group that I usually, well, for one convention that I would meet up with occasionally. I say occasionally, twice. Getting to meet friends from far off is fun. But at the same time, time is rather limited in conventions meeting friends. Time is rather limited, so it's often a shame, especially if you're all traveling to the convention and not necessarily spending time in the same hotel. At least for the one that I went to, it was especially nice because everything is walking distance. So people were able to enjoy themselves and then take a short walk back to their Airbnb. And also it was nice because people would be able to... Board games are big, you know? When you're buying them at conventions. Board games are big. So it would often be the case of, I just bought this and I have nowhere to store it. I don't want to lug it around for the rest of the day because I showed up at 9 a.m. to buy this limited edition, signed by the creator board game. And I don't want to mess up the box any more than it currently is. So letting them drop off their things in the closest hotel room and then picking it up on their way back to their actual hotel room later that night. That was rather nice. Yeah. I don't remember actually... Okay. The last anime convention that I attended as a regular attendee was... I mean, there's Comic-Con, but it doesn't really count. There was the Crunchy Expo, I think it was. A number of years ago. I think that was... I don't remember if Volks was there the last year I went. The first one? Not the first one. I went some other year. Feels weird to say, like, okay, Crunchyroll Expo. I honestly don't remember the guests or anything. I do not remember the guests. And because it's held in the same location as Comic-Con, they tend to blur. They're also like only a month apart, but I actually very much enjoyed the vibe of Crunchyroll Expo because it was a lot smaller. Comic-Con was a mess. Oh, this is, no, I guess it's not Crunchyroll Expo, it's something else. Anime NYC. It's Anime NYC instead. Run by Crunchyroll, or powered by Crunchyroll. It's Anime NYC. But they're both in the Javits Center in New York City, and you went to Anime Next? I went to Anime Next once. Once. I say went to, I was not an attendee. I was not an attendee. You met Trigger? 8 years in a row? So it's possible that we met there and didn't know. But you probably would have noticed a green elf. It's been a number of years. I want to say over a decade, I think. since I did Anime Next. I felt like even at that point, it was a case of, I'm a little old for this. I'm a little old for this. Although at the same time, I did meet some other friends there. They were there for Morning Musume, I believe. It was before they moved to Atlantic City. They were in some other town farther north. They were north. They were closer to New York City. I don't remember how they build themselves exactly. But they were in the same building that hosts like the premier cat show on the East Coast, I believe. Let me double check. What is it called? What is it called? Yeah, there's a cat show that happens in the same area before they move to Atlantic City. Yes, maybe the Garden State Exhibit Center? I'm not certain the name. All I know is that I have attended more than one convention in that space. Just the same as I've attended more than one convention in Javits Center. But the cat show was also wondrous. It was worth trying out at least once. Getting to see all sorts of actual exotic cats. And also theoretically getting your cat showed there. Like you can bring your domestic cat. You can sign up your domestic cat to get exhibited. Or I suppose you could just simply bring them because you want to run them through a... what is the word? There's the athletics show. You know, getting them to go through tunnels and chase up and down things. They also had one of those available if you wanted to bring your cat for that. And if you wanted custom cat trees or custom catwalks, people were selling those too. Bespoke catwalks. Of course you'd want that for your cat. I'm actually very tempted now. Like, maybe I should go back. I wonder how expensive those are. Custom catwalks. Actually now with the price of... I wonder if the price of wood is still like super high. Okay. I have 6 cards. 7, 6, 6, 8. Okay, I'm not doing the worst. I know a number of people who do anime conventions as vendors. Vendors is a good way of putting it. And it's a rough lifestyle, it feels like. It's a rough lifestyle. He has 1, I have 1, he has 2, he has 2, 3. Okay. Just kind of out as squirrel. Still have so much left to do. Do I have a plan? I don't really have a plan. I took that. And there's... That's 2 of each, isn't it? 2 of each. I don't think I'm gonna fit that. No. Is anyone else going for that? Kind of. Kind of. If I... That card worth up to 3 points for free. Okay, this is a harvester. There's no other one, right? Evertree. Detention, the very... You got detention? Oh, you're so young. The very Friday anime next started. Just thinking about... Oh, you were so very young. When I... I guess it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing, but people often prepared on Thursday for it. You're 25 now? It's good to hear. But yes, I am playing Everdell. It's only my 3rd time playing it, 2nd time digitally. So I'm playing against medium AI to get my bearings back. And so I don't have to worry about timing and dragging out a game too long. I can drag it out as long as I want. Basically a skeleton. What am I? Dust? 334? It's still rather young. It's still rather young. But have you ever helped out behind the scenes? Have you ever been a staff at a convention? That's rough. Being staff convention is rough. It's kind of fun in the camaraderie, but it's painful. I haven't played any of the expansions either, but I do have the box sitting behind me, the real physical box. It is a heavy box. I was just showing earlier all the cute little figures that help make the box so heavy. Those are stickers on them. They don't come with that necessarily. You have to stick them on yourself. Super cute. I'm not certain if it's worth having a box that is... Okay. I'm trying to think. The shortest dimension on this box, okay, aside from the height or depth of it, I would say the depth is about my hand, and the shorter side is my forearm, and the long side is not my full arm, but longer than my forearm. It's big, and it's a bit heavy. It's not the heaviest game, and it could still fit into a nice big board game backpack, but it's still big. How heavy? I don't have a scale. Let me check. Let me just try and pick it up real quick. Okay. Heavier than 10 pounds. Probably like 20 something. I could be wrong. It feels heavier than my cat. My cat is 14 pounds. Between this and Gloomhaven, I think that Gloomhaven is heavier. Sentinels is certainly heavier. Sentinels is certainly heavier. There has to be something online for it, though, for how heavy the box is. It might also be a case of if the cards are sleeved or not. Let's see. Everdell. There's something in here that, like, oh, Gloomhaven is like 6 pounds and it's the heaviest, and it's kind of a... Gloomhaven's more than 6 pounds, isn't it? I feel like Gloomhaven has to be more than 6 pounds. Maybe also, I can't be that off, can I? Like, there's no way that it's that light. Okay, hold on. Gloomhaven, wait. Because Gloomhaven was one of those things where... Okay, Gloomhaven's shipping weight was 22 pounds. So the box for Gloomhaven is 21 pounds, probably, about. So, yeah, I don't think that the game is as heavy as that. But it's still big. Around 20 pounds for... Around 20 pounds. Okay, that makes sense. It's heavier than my cat. It's heavier than my cat, but again, my cat's about 14. A world record? I don't know if we should be encouraging that sort of thing. Yeah, I see for Everdell, yeah, 20 pounds, 20 inches tall. Let me check again. Okay, so actually, for the depth, it's bigger than my hands from tip to palm ends. But it's not by a whole lot. It looks a little different when it's farther away than versus when I'm carrying it. You got one of the board game backpacks? I have one too. It's useful. Again, I would, I take the board games out every week. I take a collection out. I try not to take the really heavy things, but having the option theoretically to bring Gloom. Elf hands. It's helpful to me though. It's helpful to me. Also, I'm about 5'5". So my hands are like freakishly long compared to a human's. Oh, I forgot the anime next. I only went there once, and I all of a sudden burst a memory of the 18 plus areas. The 18 plus areas, yes. I'd almost forgotten that those existed at all. I wonder if they still even do them or if they stopped doing them ever since the incident. Ever since the incident. Bonk works against you, not against me. Anime next. There was an issue between some staff members, I believe. There was an issue. Not actually relating to those panels, but I think that there was some sort of scandal involved. And they may have put the kibosh on those 18 plus rooms just as kind of a, we're going to kind of skirt away from sex scandals as much as possible. Anything potential. You remember them in your last year? Oh, it did appear against you guys. It just didn't make a noise. That one's silent. Everdell. Yes, it is nice, especially if you're playing with loved ones where you don't want to hurt them, but at the same time you kind of do want to hurt them. It's not direct, you just kind of steal from them or use their stuff. You're not actively hurting them terribly much. So it's nice. I have a library of board games. I actually probably need to clear it out a little bit. There's some games in there I am not going to play, but I received for one thing or another. Or block them. Yes, like this hedgehog. I hate the hedgehog so much. And it's super cute. Much less head-on than Roots. I usually change up the games that I have in my backpack for the seasons, or however much time I think we'll have. So lately it's actually not been a whole lot. It's been, I think, a lot of Wingspan, because I know the rules fairly well now. But I usually end up playing something that someone else brings instead. Just because I bring it doesn't mean we're going to play it, so I've learned to kind of accept that, and... Thank you for the gift sub, Passion Boot. And welcome, Dreammeister, to the garden. Do I play board games? I tend to play them every Tuesday, actually. Tabletop Tuesday. I wasn't doing it last Tuesday because it was Final Fantasy XIV patch day, and I arranged a collab with someone else instead. But otherwise, Tuesday before that was this. I think the Tuesday before that, I actually was finishing up a Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York game. But otherwise, it might be Roots, it might be Everdell, it might be Wingspan. There's a couple other digital games I would like to play. And there's also whatever's available on Tabletop Simulator. But I usually play one-player games because, as you can see right now, I haven't played a turn in like 10-15 minutes. So I'd rather not hold up other actual people while I do this. But yes, Tuesdays tabletop. Sunday reading, Tuesday tabletop, Wednesday continuation of longer games generally. And Saturdays are kind of free-for-all. For instance, this Saturday I'm debating on starting my first, I say first with a little star, first that I remember, first that is distinctly labeled a Metroidvania game. So that might be Symphony of the Night, or it might be Bloodstained. It seems like Bloodstained is the one that's going to be suggested more often to me, so it might be Bloodstained. Thank you. I haven't really played Tabletop Simulator with a huge amounts of other people, honestly. I've played it with a few people. I played Secret Hitler with some people from another community. That was probably a mistake. I think it plays out a bit better in person. Although there was that one time I played werewolf with my family and they cheated horrifically. That was not fun. That was the worst possible outcome. But I have a group that gets together sometime, well, a lot of the time on Thursdays we get together, and occasionally once a month for longer games. So this past month we played, I've already forgotten the names. It's not even been half a month since the meeting. It was by the same creators of Veiled Fate, but it was space themed. What is the name of it? It's not Veiled Fate. Veiled Fate is the different one. It was... Can I find the creators easily? Okay. Publishers, IV Games. What else did they put out? Moonrakers. Moonrakers. I learned how to play Moonrakers. It was... I remember thinking about the name and thinking, oh, like the James Bond's movie. Except that's not Moonraker. Or it's not Moonrakers. James Bond's Moon... What is it? It's Moonraker. Okay, so Moonraker versus Moonrakers. But it has the same visual appeal as Veiled Fate. But space. And completely different mechanics. Completely different mechanics. But similar artist on board. Moonraker. I can... Moonrakers. It is pretty. It's a little wonky. It's a little wonky. The mechanic... It's a deck builder, but at the same time, it's a bit off. It had difficulty because in a lot of other ones that we've played in the past, you'll have a hand and you have something in like Dominion, you have cards that you play for different types of actions, and then you have currency, essentially, sort of currency left over. And in Moonraker, if you get really unlucky, it's your hand is done. You can do very, very little. There's actual money that's separate from card money. There's such strength placed in one of the types of cards that you can easily get fucked over if you just don't have any of those in your hand. Oh, the king? I have not played mechs versus minions as far as I know. I usually try to... not that I avoid mech games, but I don't go out of my way to play them. He really reminds me... Look, I just realized he's got his feet up. He's resting his feet up. He reminds me of Redwall a bit. Okay. Harvester. King. It might be a case, though, that I have played it and I just don't remember. There was someone else who was talking about another game that once I saw the art, I realized, wait, no, I have played this. I think I was really... I had a few cups while I was doing it, but I distinctly remember the art and being impressed with it and choosing a difficult to play character. I think that was Bullet Hearts. Or Bullet Heart? I don't remember. League of Legends. Mechs versus minions. Let me mechs versus minions real quick. It also depends on when it came out. Oh, it's a... Those are so many... I think based on the figures, I will say that I don't think I've ever played it before, no. How old is it, also? 2016? Yeah. I don't know if I have any friends who play League of Legends, honestly. I have friends who play Dota. and friends who played Overwatch and Final Fantasy XIV, but I don't think any of them are into League of Legends. So that may have been the reason why no one picked it up, perhaps? Like that kind of tie-in? Although, perhaps also if I ask them, hey, do any of you own this game? Someone might raise their hands because we all have libraries that don't all necessarily see play with the same people. Oh. Program your mech and they have to do the actions in the corresponding order you place the cards? Whoa. Programmed movement then. That's... I could probably see why it doesn't see a huge amount of play on my table then. We drink when we play board games. There are I think at least 3 players that we... Okay, 4 players who could probably do really well with that with drinking. But I think the rest of us would suffer. The rest of us would suffer. And it also depends on how much luck is a mechanic too. I'm kind of guessing not since it's card drafting. But we have some players who are not fans of luck-based games. If we have a large enough group, we can split up into 2. But that hasn't been the case for quite some time now, so... I just have to rip the band-aid off and do something here. Okay. 7, 6, 8, 16, 12, 11, 26. But I also... Gain a point, gain 1 material for free if I destroy something here. So that would be the case of probably wanting to destroy the harvester eventually. Actually, no. Oh, it's a co-op. Okay, that makes it a little easier of a sell then. It makes it a little bit of an easier sell. I'm already in summer, so it feels really weird to pick up the refinery, unless I'm going to demolish it later. Unless I demolish it later. Same thing with a bunch of other things. I only have 1. I can't get in for free. Okay, I can't do a permanent innkeeper loop here. Can't do it. Only the harvester. It's really frustrating. Do we have anyone else? It's the harvester. They have a gatherer. Okay. I just want to strangle the hedgehog. Why can't I strangle the hedgehog? Okay, and he is blocking the rocks. There's nothing worthwhile for that, though. Unless I... Actually, this is probably not the best option, necessarily. But it gets me closer. And there's nothing... I'm looking at the various options for things I would want to use the queen for, where it's... Is it a critter? A card worth up to 3 points for free. Okay, no, I'm not thinking of that. Basic event for special event. I could get the king. Well, the king is tied to the castle. The castle is this. For this, it would be a case of... I need 2 wood. I need 3 resin, 3 rocks. I'm not going to have enough resin. And I can't get the refinery. So this is made by the same company that made Root. So their production value is really high on this for how things act. The only real problems I have with the game is the spots are a bit finicky, like the hover spots, and at the same time there's no undo, which I can understand them not wanting in terms of maybe a multiplayer game, but for a solo game, if I accidentally drop something down on a spot, especially because it's so finicky, I've done that where I move my mouse just a tiny bit and all of a sudden it goes from like here or here to here. And that's quite the difference in actions, and there's no way for me to undo it. It just sucks. And Root has an undo, so why couldn't they add one here? Please? Pretty please? Patch, please? Yeah, I don't have any gatherers. And the only thing left of these is that, and I don't meet the requirements for that. Does anyone? Someone does. The squirrel does. Oof, okay. As does the hedgehog. Frick. Table flip? There's no table flip in here, though. That's a tabletop sim thing. Choose the card to give the opponent. The monk. Who's doing... I don't want to give it to him. We'll give it to the turtle. I hate the hedgehog. Hedgehog doesn't deserve anything. Nope, it's not a tabletop simulator. It is a standalone game. It's a standalone game on Steam. No, this would be... I think... I feel like this is way beyond the capability of tabletop sim, honestly. But like Root, it also has challenge modes and you can play with other people as well. But you have to, you know, each own your own copy of the game, which is a bit frustrating for these. Versus, I guess, tabletop sim, where as long as one of you downloaded the workshop item, you're in the clear. You're in the clear. I think there are some board games that have options for like buying sets of keys though, but I don't know if this is one of them. Yeah, that's the other thing. I own 2 copies of Everdell in cardboard format, and now I have the digital copy too. And what is the price? What is the price? Here I am advertising, selling the games. Store page says $20. $20. The last patch was in October. Let me just double check. Direwolf was the publisher. They put out Root. They are putting out Root, I should say. They also put out Munchkin, the digital copy of Munchkin. And a Game of Thrones board game, it looks like, too. So this is what they do. Board games. First, I don't exactly know. I have the huge box for Everdell and an earlier edition, probably first. The only ones where I really remember whether it's first or not is ones when I buy them immediately on publishing from like conventions or Kickstarters, or I know I have a second copy of Betrayal at House on the Hill because the first edition was sold out for so long, like out of print, and the second edition had messed up tiles. Yeah, Kickstarter's a problem. Kickstarter's a problem. I haven't done anything in a while though, aside from Bones. Bones don't count. Bones? Phones don't count. Only one book-related board game? When you say board game, because there's also Bring Your Own Book, which is a book-related party game, I would say. Not a strictly board game, but you'd probably find it in Board Game Geek. And that one's heavily book-related because, as the title states, you have to bring your own book. What do we do? What do we do? Gather's out! Gather's out. Why is it 3? I can't afford it. But that's okay. Because we can... use her to do it. It feels really weird. It feels really weird. Okay, it should have been the other way around. Actually, I think I did use that to get that done. I have 6 mice, though. I have 6 mice. I hate this hedgehog so much. Hedgehog has to be done sometime. Actually, hold on, wait. If hedgehog is done, 3 fewer, I will get the castle. I will put the castle down. That means that I need 1 more resin. I need 1 more resin to do this, to pull this off. One more resin. So I could do this. Endangered orphans? Yeah. Yeah, there's some really huge gaps in some Kickstarters. I think there's only been 1 Kickstarter of mine that I'm not waiting on because the project's long done and long completed, and it seems like the person who ran it, what's the phrase? They were promised something for the money that they could not end up getting, so they never were able to produce the final product. But I still got something out of it, and I don't mind because it wasn't a huge amount. I think it was only a $5 type deal. It was for a music video that they wanted to produce. And they ended up releasing the music for it anyway, but not the video because, again, they were promised something from an animation studio that ended up never materializing for the money they paid, so it was more of a poor problem for them. It's a shame, but I hope one day she gets what she... Actually, by now, she may have gotten what she wants. It was... Wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong person. Christina V. Christina V had a Kickstarter for a music video in 2016. And it never came to fruition. I think everything except for the music video happens if you happen to back at something higher. What was the last update? She did offer refunds. She did offer refunds. How much did it end up getting? $8,000 for a $6,000 goal. Oh! What is this? Why do I have a tick? I don't have a tick. Give me a second. I need to fix this. I don't have a tick. What is the problem here? I think I have to restart that. That's so unfortunate. I feel like this happens every now and then. Having to restart the camera. There. Kingkiller Chronicles. In-world board game from a story that eventually got a rulebook and a release. Is Kingkiller the one that hasn't been finished? I say that. There's a number of series where it hasn't been finished, but I feel like that's one of the bigger ones. Where people just think that he doesn't know how to finish the story, so he just hasn't. Like, he had a really great first novel, and that may have scared him out of completely finishing the series. Is that not it? Okay. Seems like it's better now. It's better now. Gotta make a funny face to check. Hold on. Okay, it works. I don't often get to make that face. Thank you for the follow, Dog says Edward. Is that the only thing the dog knows how to say? Is it? How many people do you catch with that? I've seen that episode. I haven't finished the series, but I know enough to recognize the reference. It was a big deal back in the day. 2007, 2011. But hasn't been finished. You catch enough. And thank you for the follow, JMac Poker. Okay, we're going to buy this thing. We're going to buy the castle. Actually, do we buy the cat? He's not done. He needs to be done for this to work. He needs to be done. Okay. It'd be nice to have the Evertree too, but that's not going to happen. All those are gone. All that's left. No one else has gotten a special event yet, but I guess they're all in summer. I'm the only one in fall. Ugh. King of the castle. Yeah. I just need him off of here for that to work. I just need him off of there for that to work. This is so not worth it. That's so not worth it. I don't really have a whole lot left to do. I guess I could do cemetery trick too. But it's not worth any points, and the Undertaker is only worth 1. The Undertaker... I guess I could play this for free. But it only counts for unique constructions, where I want to get the castle done first. So... and the stone is taken by this guy. I could do this where it gets me copying a basic location on the board. That would be very slow going though. Versus if I build some stuff and then trash it. Actually. Okay. So first time I'm going to do this to get a stone. Wait, no, wait. I don't even need to because I could use the queen to build a cemetery and then trash it with the university. So I get 3 stone and then I can afford the Evertree. That's really complicated for the tree. It's using 2 actions to get the tree. But the other option is spending 3 actions to get the tree. So I think it's still worthwhile in the end. It's really kind of dumb. But it's gonna happen. Assuming I have enough space in my town for this. Oh! And that's finally free. AI can't really snipe me on this because these are closed. The only one that is open is this one. So, I do that? Oh, wait, hold on. I can play the Undertaker for free. What does the Undertaker do? Discard 3 from the meadow, then draw 1 from the meadow. No one? Okay, the squirrel can actually afford the Evertree. That's a little scary. We are going to replace... Okay, is that the harvester? Okay. We're going to replace the harvester. And... Animal dungeon. This. And... this. Peddler, woodcarver, and clock tower. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that the squirrel doesn't go for it. I really hope the squirrel doesn't go for it. But worst case scenario, I can still use that to afford the castle that I have in here, honestly. It'll get me the stone I need. Oh, I get to draw a card from the meadow. Right, okay, hold on. So what am I can... Wait, hold on a second. Oop. They can't do it now. They can't... They can't snipe it now, can they? Hmm. Devious. Devious mice. Okay, that's the last drop of wine for tonight. No more wine. So... it feels super strange to do this. Okay, we're going to trash the cemetery. Got 3 stone. Please, for the love of God, vacate this spot. How the fuck are they still here? Okay. In any case, can I play the castle? It actually doesn't earn me a huge amount of points, I think. Sorry, just looking at the mix of things that I have, I don't think I'll be able to do a whole lot there. So this is technically only worth... how many unique buildings do I have? I think I just have 1, which means this is worth 2 points, assuming it's 1 or 2 points, depending on whether or not... oh wait, for each... yeah, okay, never mind. It's not going to count anything. Castle counts me 2 points, so it's 6 points versus 5. So this is technically more worthwhile, especially because I get to play the king for free. I get to play the king for free. Like, look at the stump castle. It's more like a fort, isn't it? It's more like a fort. Okay. I have a bit of tea left. It's not going to be all the tea I'm going to drink, but... ow! Okay. This probably looks very strange, Very jilted. Other favorite authors, a robot? Who is that? It's not unheard of for a writer to jump from series to series to deal with writer's block. It's not completely unheard of. The castle is more worthwhile than the Evertree. And I don't think I'm going to get a chance to construct anything else. Unless I manage to save one stone somehow. Castle? Excellent. And he doesn't just write under that name, right? He writes under other names as well. We're going to play this one. We're gonna chain them. 34 points. Okay, so the hedgehog. It's the head. Oh, 41! Excellent. Okay. I'm doing better this time than I did before. Although I'm at 9. It's not the most, it's not the worst. So I don't have any rocks. I don't think there's a way for me to get a number of rocks. Unless I do this. If I discard everything else, I could theoretically get 3 rocks and then just be short 3 items. As long as this stays open. As long as it stays open. Taking all bets. Is this going to be the blunder of the century? Actually, I would still want to make it into... Okay, with this. Then all we need is this. And then we're good. We're getting 3 stone, then we can play the Evertree. And that's gonna be the end, pretty much. So either which way, we get this, or we get that. Oh, and it's free! There's probably something massive that I'm overlooking here. Honestly. I'm probably being way too... Oh, I have to... From the meadow. I forgot that it had to be from the meadow. Oh, okay. We got to play something theoretically for free from the meadow. That was not the plan. I could do... If I grab a unique construction, that would be the best, honestly. It's only worth 1 point. But it'd be worth 1 point for this. Or I could get the chapel, but that would cost me something that I'm not willing to give up. Okay. And... Or I could just get a gatherer and it shares a space with this guy. And it doesn't get me stuff necessarily. Castles, not forts? I don't know if castles and forts are one-to-one. I'm not a specialist in that sort of material. There might be a case where, yeah, as you said, rectangle is always a square, but a square is not always a rectangle. So not all forts are castles, but all castles are forts, unless they're imitation castles, because I feel like that is a thing. I once went to a castle in Colorado. It was not a fort. Also, I don't know if it was ever finished, now that I think about it. I wonder if it was. It was in progress. I want the points at the stage. We're gonna grab this. I know it's not the most worthwhile thing. I wonder if he ever finished. So now they're doing things for fall. And yeah, I'm going to be the first done by a long shot. Wait a second, hold. Place the worker or play a card. We are going to... We can't do that. Shit. That's exactly what I needed. Fuck. I was productive. Not productive enough. I need 1 wood and 2 resin. And that's literally what I need, and I can't get it. I don't even think I can do a basic... It still doesn't count as a basic location. I'm kind of screwed here. I wanted to play this. I guess I can afford a whole bunch of other stuff. I can afford a whole bunch of other stuff. All birds are cats. Aren't rabbits birds? What is this? That's 3 points. Yeah, this sucks. I don't think... Yeah. I don't have enough variety of cards to complete that event. And I don't have the cards. Yes, this game is on Steam. It is available on Steam. It's $20 on Steam. Do I want to... What is this? Sorry, just... Why is it kind of... Okay. Bit strange. Oh, those are my points, I suppose. Oh! Okay. That's what it is. I'm just stalling right now in hopes that things will change, but it obviously won't. This is a pre-programmed thing in terms of... It's not gonna miraculously change. If I get to your resin, I'm sure it would. And there's absolutely no way for me to make up for that. And there's nothing I can play or buy in its stead. Because I won't have any way to put down something onto the storehouse. I could grab the wood carver to pay and get 4 points total. Place a point on this card. I could do a weird dumping. Actually, I can't because I don't have the materials for that. I can't do that either. I can't do postal pigeon. Yeah, this sucks. And everyone's in autumn, so they're not moving. I blocked myself! That's a mouse! Well, shit. Well, shit. Okay. Haven. Double check. I can't do the Haven. Wood carver for the monastery. It would make sense considering the way this is laid out. Actually, it doesn't look like this is an entrance because there's that... Wait, actually no, that's the monk. Okay, it was difficult. Is it a case of... Is that a carving? A relief nearly? Like a really, really deep relief? Where that staircase leads up to? Or is it someone coming out of the monastery and It's probably someone coming out of the monastery. It's probably the monk. It looks like a monk. What's the most points I can get with all my stuff? Aside from... equal to the number. Only available in autumn. There's nothing for discarding stuff. Bleh. Okay. Draw a card. There's no basic locations that I want to copy. If I had thought about this sooner, it would have been better. At least I'm still in the lead with points, but at the same time, there's still quite a bit of ways for everyone else to go. So the most I can eke out here is probably 2 points on the chapel. Or, yeah, it's actually the chapel. Vampire? I can zoom in more if you'd prefer. But I like being a bit zoomed out. I like being able to see my whole board. And also theoretically other boards, but... double checking like, okay, there's no one who has an open thing here, right? No. No one has open stuff here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. And there's no undo. I just built a storehouse, didn't I? It doesn't even matter what it is. Because I'm not going to be able to do anything with it. Oh well. It's done. I can grab the woodcarver, I guess. For free! Or I suppose there's a case of, do I want the stone? I don't think I really need the stone, honestly. I should have done stone if I had thought about it. Incredible play. Thank you. End condition? Run out of workers at the end of autumn. So I'm one worker left. Workers? I say workers. Workers are moves. I don't have a whole lot going on here anymore since I fucked up that one move. For 3 fewer. I could crane, except I can't crane anymore because I spent all my shit. Okay, ow. I'm closer to winning this game than I was last time, probably. Okay, I just have a bit of green tea left. There's no architect out, right? No. I have space left, and I have materials, so I'm just going to start doing this. We'll see how far it goes. Oh, posture check. I'm sitting with my feet properly. Discard pile was shuffled into the deck. We ran out of cards. I guess because I guess there is only one Evertree to be made. What can I make? What can I make? There's so many barges. Card playing ability. Yeah. I can't do that enough. Unless I get 3 wood. I'm short 1 item still. Unless I can somehow get something else. If I grab the wood, though, there's not really a whole lot I can do. Well, what actually what would be the best option in terms of stuff? Or, no. Oh, see. I have to grab around the board and not on the board. If I... grab car... Oh, but that's deployed workers. If I just discard one card, he's only worth 1 point. That sucks. I don't even have 2 cards, so this is useless to me. How am I able to pick this up? Is it only through use of the crane? It's probably only through the use of the crane. Three fewer. So I could trade the crane for the chapel. Crane is unique. This is unique. No difference there. Just... there's... nothing else to be done for it, I suppose. I'll do this. Eking points up. Eking. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna win. But I'm gonna be much closer than I was before. The only resource I really... the fairgrounds. And the fairgrounds. Can I just drop them on here? No, because it's already claimed. That's why it's stone. Let me hover over... okay, yeah, no, not doing the chapel. The monk dungeon, there's nothing around here for that. If I do this, it's worthless. It's actually kind of worthless. What kind of points do I want to go for? Like, what kind of items do I want to get? Just 3 wood? There's nothing in here that I could buy with just 3 wood. 2 resin doesn't get me anything either. But at the same time... I have nothing. I have nothing. 2 berries. I can't even get 2 berries. That's taken. Ruins is the closest. Ruins is the closest. Hold on. Is there anything else I would theoretically want to trash for stuff back? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah. I just... nope. Feel like there's one more move I can yet make. It is pretty. Yeah, I'm just done, but I can't do the final move unless I get another card, so I guess I'll just do this. Except then I can't place it in the final spot. Fuck. This is really just a chancy thing. Like, what do I think I'm going to have stuff for? If I get berry, I'll just get berry, and then I can afford one last thing. This is worthless. This is worthless. I get a harvester. Great. Great. How do they have so many rangers? I swear that's not the only ranger that they've played. Ah. Okay. Sorry, just looking at some of the other options available here. And what is this? The palace. So they have a palace with a queen living inside of it. Actually, they don't have a queen, do they? They do not have a queen. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. It knows there's nothing I can do. Wait, actually, no. It doesn't know that. Reveal 2 cards. You may play 1 card. Worth up to... discard the other. I can... Postal Pigeon's worth nothing, but I could get 2 points for the Harvester. So I'm gonna do that, actually. Oh! Wait. Shit. This is useless. This is useless. These are worth nothing. These take up space. I'm playing Construction Critter. Wow. Yeah, I'm done. I capped to 54. They've already closed up shop. They have 2 left. They're at 54. We're probably getting beaten by a squirrel. Wait, I can still play more cards? Oh, I have... Oh, can I still play more cards? I'm wondering if this is a case of... It's not the dungeon, is it? Critter from your city face down beneath it to reduce cost by 3. Only 1 critter though. So I can get something else for free. I can get rid of the postal pigeon. Okay, I think that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm gonna get rid of the postal pigeon and do something so I can reduce the cost. What is the best thing I can get in here for that price of 3? Gain a stone. Can I? I'm just extending this. Yeah, there is stuff I can play for free. I can play the monastery, I can play the mine. I can play everything except for the courthouse for free. For free. So I can copy a leaf in someone else's city, theoretically. Not that that's super helpful. I don't have any resources. Get 2 wood. Doesn't help me. That's not very helpful either. Okay. I think the best option would be to get 3 wood. I'm also going to be capping out, actually. Probably. Actually, no, I'm not. Because I'm going to be going down to 13 for this, but also going back up to 14 by grabbing something like this. So it's a case of, do I want 1 stone outright, or do I want something else? And again, 1 stone alone is kind of worthless. Kind of worthless? Oh, wait, you know what? I can get the mine and then the miner mole. For free. That's what I'm going to do. We're gonna grab this. We have to use the dungeon. We're gonna toss him in the dungeon. Can a mole copy a mole? I do not think that they can. Ruins. If I do the ruins, it gives me a little bit more free space, honestly. If there's anything that I want to get rid of. It's kind of a, wait, can I almost salvage this? Because then I'll get 3 stone and 1 resin. I still need 3 wood then. But then if I can copy this, I can get 3 wood. But I still need resin. Unless there's something in here. I would have used the dungeon. I need the ranger to do the second half of it, which I don't have. Unless I had something else that allowed me to cut cost by 3, which I do not believe I have anymore. Wah. I'm so close to getting this stupid tree. So close to getting to the stupid tree. I'm going to do this. It's kind of dumb. I have to wonder what happens to the pigeon. Pigeon's gone. I get the fairgrounds in the inn. Okay. Oh, there's a shepherd too. It ties into the chapel, of which I have nothing on the chapel. Fairgrounds deals with the fool. There's no fairgrounds out left. Is there nothing? Okay, I could get the minor mole and that would be it, or I can get the shepherd, but the minor mole is worth more. The ruins is just like the dungeon? You mean... the castle becomes the ruins. It becomes the dungeon? Or the castle becomes a dungeon? I don't have access to that card anymore, so I can't say for certain. I don't know how many of them there are. I don't think that there are any other dungeons. Okay. I do that and get 3 wood. There's no way else to do it, right? It's either that or I get more food. And then I won't even have a spot to put it down. I won't even have a spot to put it down, so... I'm out of space. I'm capped. But I have 58 points. Gain a resin. Gain this. Gain points for that. Gain wood for farms. I only have 1 farm. 3 wood. I don't have any wood. If there's one for paying material, I could do that, but I don't have a whole lot of variety of material. Draw 2 cards. I can pay up to 2 of 1 material to get stuff of other material. Yeah, I took the tree. No one else could play it though, and the squirrel was going to play. You know the squirrel was going to play it. Yeah, I did not have the foresight for this. I had some foresight, not enough foresight. So basically get 2 berries, get 2 trees. That's it. Those are my options. Or cards. And I'm 3 short. There's nothing else I can buy. There's nothing I can trash. There's nothing I can do. Only pass. And he's out at 56. The question is, can the hedgehog make it up? Can the hedgehog make it up? All that worrying over nothing. All that worrying over nothing. I was doing a lot of hand wringing though over that stupid tree. I was so close to playing it so many times. Okay. It was a stupidly long game. 3 hours. Well, there was a bit of talking beforehand, but yeah, and this is against medium. I need to go higher next time. We'll do hard next time. Tied for seconds. I guess it's a bit cheating, isn't it, when you play a game like this? It's a bit cheating when it's kind of, oh look, there's still more things I could do versus, oh well, this is the end. Nothing else to play, not realizing that there are in fact more options to play. Ah, there's a balance. There's a balance. Hold on. Opening up something really quick for this. Ah. Yes, next time. Actually, hold on. I'm not going to play another game, but I do want to check out. Oh, no. I want to see if it's possible to mix solo play real quick. Okay. So in Wingspan, for instance, you can have medium AI and hard AI playing together. But here, I suppose it's all across the board. It has to be easy, medium, or hard. I feel a little weird about this too, because when I was playing Patchwork, preparing for my collab with Juniper months ago, I had trouble with the medium AI in that game. And that's a much simpler game, you know? Like, why am I not able to consistently beat the medium AI? Why am I having trouble beating the medium AI? But here, well, I can beat the medium. I've only beaten it once, but the first time was misplays. First time was misplays. Here, as long as I think a bit about it, I can beat medium. Maybe when I'm not drinking next time. Yes, blame the wine. Same thing I did with Helltaker. But what? I can do it. I can do it next time. I'll do hard. I don't know if I'm gonna play Everdell next week, but it's in the stack. It's in the stack. It's in the stack. I wish that they had a little bit more oh wait, that's right. I was going to say, I wish they had more variants. It's kind of wait, they have challenge modes. I could do a challenge mode. Those were fun in Root. So I compared this to Root before, where it's made by the same publisher, and so it has the same or similar levels of detail, and the challenge mode is one of those where it is fun to play alone because you can try out unusual things this way, like starting the game with 2 fools in a fairgrounds in your city. And also they have difficulty levels for this as well. So increasing the replayability, even if you're played out of the main version, you can shake it up. You can shake it up. So I could do that next week. I can try out one of the challenge modes. And hopefully I'll be able to get quicker at it, so it won't be 1 game, it'll be more like 2 games. Like Root, where I can play like 2 or 3 games in 3 hours. Or 3 to 4 hours versus 1 game in 3-ish hours. A medium? Patchwork is... Yes, but Patchwork is... If you've not seen Patchwork... let me grab a photo of Patchwork. It's a game that is aimed a bit more at a younger audience, or it could be aimed at a younger audience. It has simpler rules. Okay, it helps if I look at Patchwork game, not just Patchwork. Okay. Let's save. Wait, actually I can't. Oh, I can save it here. Muskrat, weasel, the critter. You don't think he could be an otter? I guess the tail isn't pointed enough. It's hard to tell without the ears. He looks a little too sad, and also we have to think smaller. We have to think smaller for these critters. Because I was thinking maybe cheetah, but otters are fatter. It's hard to tell under those robes, you know? It's hard to tell. That reminds me, looking through things for alternate outfits, and the flowers cover my figure a bit, so they kind of obscure my size. Just thinking the robe does something a bit similar here. The robe does something a bit similar here. Oh, that's not patchwork. Where did it go? I thought I put it in here. Is it not updating? No, it's not. Maybe if I save it this way instead. Save. Why aren't you saving? Okay, what if I just change it? Okay. Patchwork. It's a simpler game where you go around. It's a two-player game. And you take turns taking from one of three pieces depending on where the starting position is, which over here is this little pawn in white. So, I've only played the digital version, but I'm going to take a guess and say you can only take from, I think, the 3 to the right of the token, and you have to place it on your board, which... this is not the board, actually. This is the points board, I think. This is the points board. There's a separate board where you're basically building a quilt out of these shapes, and you need to fit your shape into your quilt. And for the number of points that you have, you get to move around this track. It's for, I think, ages 8 and up. It's not terribly complex in terms of rules, but there's a lot of depth to it, I guess, or I'm not, in fact, smarter than an 8-year-old. One of those two. I chose the wrong... I was playing... Okay, yeah, so Juniper, the girl I played against, is a ragdoll VTuber, but at the same time, again, AI, I'm having trouble beating the AI here, which is also ragdoll, but they're AI ragdoll. It's not against a person. Also, I pride myself on depth of board games, not depth. Breadth of board games, not depth. Not depth. So I accept gracefully my loss to Juniper. I accept it gracefully. Yeah. AI in some of these games is a bit whack. There's also the viticulture AI, which I haven't fully judged yet. I think I need to play a few more games to see how I feel about the AI there. But I was also misplaying a bit there, so my fault, really. My fault. Okay. Where is there anyone online? There's no VTubers online playing board games, are there? I feel like I ask this every Tuesday, and the answer is always no. The answer is always no. There's... yeah! No VTubers. There's no VTubers. Okay. Is there someone else that we should raid into? Spread Tabletop Tuesdays. I do want to eventually invite other people to play board games, but I have to get a better feel for what board games they're familiar with, or pick board games that would be easy to learn. Like, Juniper didn't know Patchwork before. I didn't know Patchwork before either, but I saw the game and I thought this would be fun to play with her. It fits her vibe as a ragdoll. And also reminded me a bit of some of the games that she likes to play in appearance and simplicity. So I thought that was a good fit. But I need to find more matchups like that a bit. So let's see. I don't know any of these games. I don't know any of these games that people are playing. Oh, but this looks cute. Looks like Hyacinth is playing Project Zomboid, and she's got a whole lot of Animal Crossing things on the bottom. Bonsai-nator? Who's Bonsai-nator? I've not heard of them. Oh, okay. I thought for some reason that she... I read Cascadia, solo mode, and for some reason I read that as Spanish. I misunderstood completely. I thought that she was a Spanish speaker. Okay. I can read her. But what is Cascadia? I feel like I've seen the game and someone in my group owns it, but I don't know it myself. So we're going to raid Bonsai-nator. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But looks like she'll be playing, or she is playing, or she will be playing a game herself. But thank you very much for coming tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing Witcher 3. I've just finished Blood and Wine, so we're just going to be doing some cleaning up in terms of side quests and maybe getting some armor that isn't shit. Maybe. And weaponry. We'll see. Yeah, Witcher Wednesday. It's probably going to be the last Witcher Wednesday for a while. I played Witcher for a good couple months when I first started. Back in May. And Saturday, I'll probably be posting what it is shortly before on Twitter, or I will be doing a poll of some sort to determine what exactly I'm doing on Saturday. One or the other. But it sounds like it might be a Metroidvania game. Maybe Bloodstained. We'll see. We'll see. And Sunday, I will be reading Dungeon World's Monster Tier List time. It's going to be reading through the next 1 or 2, or maybe even 3 if we're really lucky and quick about it. Sections of Dungeon World monster settings. But again, thank you very much for coming, and have a good night and have fun with Bonsai